Alright, so in the last video we created the poles 1, 2, 3, and 4, and this time we're going to create the bars here. So it's the well, that's confusing because we refer to these as monkey poles, but in English you could also call those monkey bars specifically. But what I'm talking about is the actual apparatus here. So this yellow structure along with the purple structure there, and we are going to start off by creating a part, and we'll go File, Save As. This is going to be in our playground folder under bars this time, and the first one that I'm going to create is the upright monkey ladder. So I'm going to name it that, the upright monkey ladder. Save. Go to Start Sketch, XY plane. Really important. And I just grabbed that using the scroll button on my mouse, just pushing it over to here. And I use rectangle. And I'm going to start by creating this basic shape, which is 90 inches long and 6 inches wide. Remember, if you want to use the pieces of paper in the packet, they're up by the projector. Otherwise, you are watching this. So I'm going to start at 0, 0, type 6.0, and then 96. Escape. Enter. And front. So I guess I failed to say this, but the way that I switched from 6 to 96 is I hit tab on the keyboard. So that allows me to switch between each of those measurements. So in case you didn't get that, I'll go back really quick and show you rectangle 0, 0, 6.0, tab on my keyboard gets me to 96.0. And the reason it looked like it was disappearing off my screen is because I was so zoomed in. That's the default, is 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 on the XY coordinate plane. Now we're like close to 100, like what's that, 130, 110, and 10. So a little bit different. That's why it looks different. So I'm going to hit Finish Sketch. The thickness of this is also 6 because it's 6 by 6. It's referring to that. So I did the width already, and the thickness or the extrusion will be 6. So extrude to 6.0 and home. Now this is why it was important that I created this in quadrant 1. So if you did any other quadrant or didn't create it vertically like I did, this next part's not going to make sense. You should probably go back and change it by editing your sketch. Okay, so make sure it's the way that this is. Now I'm going to use a new sketch. Nope, that's not what I wanted. New sketch right here on the front, and I'm going to use point because what I'm doing is creating the holes. So these holes are every 10 inches and they're smack in the middle at 3 because that's half of 6. So I'm going to put my cursor right here at 3, and then I'm going to actually let go of my mouse and just use my keyboard. So tab, tab, type in 10, and I'm just going to use the Y because it's already at 3. So 20, 30, tab, tab, 40, tab, tab, 50, tab, tab, 60, tab, tab, 70, tab, tab, 80, and I believe there's only 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I might have made that too long, so let me check. So I'm going to right click. Well, I'm going to finish this sketch. This is fine. I'm going to go back to my original sketch. It said it was 90, right? 90. So right click, edit sketch, double click on this dimension line. If that dimension line is not there, then you just create it for yourself. So 90. Finish sketch, it'll shorten it. Boom, that makes a lot more sense. Then I will create holes, and these need to go through all. So through all, and the diameter is 2.0, because remember our monkey poles are 2.0 in diameter. So I'm going to click save. We're okay. Just going to double check those go all the way through. Yes, they do. And we'll make this similar to that image. We'll make these ones separate monkey ladder. A little more yellow. Wow, let's there, 255, 255. Boom, save. And then let's move on to the next one. So new part, file, save as. This one's going to be monkey bar. Well, actually, let's stick with the upright. Upright monkey bar. So upright monkey bar. Save. And this one has like the little gap in it because on the image it's this right here. So we're creating this one. So I'm going to go back to Autodesk, create this, and this one is also 90 inches long. We'll try to get that right this time. 6 inches wide. So again, on my XY plane, 6.0 tab, 90. Front, escape, and then we can finish. It's the same as the other one, so this one's also going to be 6 inches extruded, and then I believe the holes go up 10, right, because they have to line up. And there's this 30-inch gap here, so that's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. So I'll start a new sketch on the front. Point. Just go there, let go of my mouse. 10. 20. 30. 40, 50, I think it was only 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more, so point, 3, and 60. Okay. If also just make sure, like, sometimes you'll notice, like, if you have to, you made one that like shows up, you like typed the coordinates in incorrectly, so like maybe you did this, you were here, and like, I don't know, maybe you type 89 on accident. See how it shows up way up there? It'll create a hole there when you finish the sketch, so make sure that these ones you right click on and delete them. So finish, hole, and through all, 2.0, enter, color, here. So we'll hit save. And final one, so new part, and this is monkey bar. Okay, this one's 96 inches long, 6 inches wide, and the holes are every 12 inches, and they're also 2.0 in diameter. So start new sketch, and don't do that because we didn't save it, so I just did undo, file, new part, file, save as, monkey bar, save, new sketch, rectangle. This one is 6 inches wide, 96 inches long. Finish, home. It's in the first quadrant, so we extrude to 6 inches. Start a new sketch on there, and 3 right in half. We're going to go 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, and goes all the way up, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. So, oops, 3.0, tab, yes, 72, and $96. Nope. Let's get rid of that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there's 7, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Seven times 12 is 84. So, okay. And we will put holes 2.0 through all. And this one we can make a different color. I think on here it's like a purplish color, so I'm looking at this right here. So we can make it kind of a purple. Sure. Save. Alright. Boom. Done with all of our bars here, so that apparatus is done.